Welcome to YILDIZ Readings 5D, a place in which we cover astrology, psychic updates, as well as the twin flame path. I do come to you live on Fridays, and if you do click the bell, you get the updates by zodiac sign and more. And very importantly, we do have new hubs opening early in 2022 and beyond. Galaxy Pub for information content, as well as the Age of Aquarius magazine. So without further ado, let's get into the update for your zodiac sign. And if you need to see me live, as I mentioned, live on Fridays. Hi Aries, welcome back. We're here to do your November read, and I have pulled the cards, I've sat with the energy, and we're going to give you all the information that's going to be relevant for your zodiac sign. Now, yes, we will have additional updates, and there is an extension to this read if you do wish to see it. Now, what I'm seeing coming through for you guys is number one, you're going to have more energy, and I do feel you did go through a bit of shadow, okay? So that shadow energy was to do with healing. It was to do with really re-navigating your life back on track to where you felt it was going to be best. Now, I do feel this might have been quite a horrendous energy to endure. It might have felt almost like everything was coming at you. I'm also feeling you're really picturing where you had wanted your life to be. And also, you know, really putting a lot of heart into things, but maybe not completely getting everything out that you wanted. And I see you being the dream traveler right now. It's like really taking that action and step, you know, pouring your energy into your heart chakra to manifest this through. I do feel initially a lot of you maybe were feeling that that wasn't able to be achieved, especially from your past position point, where it was like, instead of getting success, it was maybe a lot of drama, a lot of shadow work, and maybe even where you psychologically were feeling things were blocked, you now may have solutions moving forward. With the nonsense card in the past position, both psychically and from the cards I'm seeing at the moment, it almost feels as though, you know, you knew where you wanted to go. There were some steps maybe you had to take. You were trying to maybe avoid them. But it was almost like that nagging calling that, okay, this is what needs to occur. Yeah, it was like, whatever that avoidance was, it was you didn't want to have to be guided to have to do such. So it can be quite a frustrating point. It might feel that you're having to start from scratch, but I'm not feeling it so. But that's how it may have felt during that time. A little bit like the analogy we use, you know, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It's like, you know, is everything in vain? Is everything for nothing? Why am I getting no reprieve and success? So the frustrating point was having to really sit in that vibration for an extended point of time. And for some of you, it might have been from August and really something had to give. This self-love, it's almost like you initially felt you had to be everything for everyone, and potentially even resentment may have come through, especially with people's expectations during the month of October and now moving into the month of November. I feel, you know, in the first week, you might really just be, I wouldn't say a sitting duck, but I would say very, very purposeful on your mission and recouping in the aftermath. And again, I'm seeing the pink and we've got the green, and it's very heart chakra. It's very magician energy in notion. I do see you taking your power back, and I feel you're really focused on, you can't be anything to anyone else if you're not creating those healthy boundaries. So I feel you've really taken your power back, and I feel you've created some healthy boundaries, and you're really setting your course now like the Fool card in Tarot. Yeah, I do think this may have impacted your health. And again, you know, I'm seeing on the self-love card, it drops down to a 6, and it's like you're restructuring. So this restructuring is going to get you the success in love and with work. And I feel it's two things. I feel it's almost like, you know, trying to juggle these things. I also did feel money situations surrounding you guys. But again, money can actually be value. It's a transactional situation. I feel if you were being pulled in many directions, you know, now you're not willing to have that. It's like you're being very purposeful, and you'll find there'll be less resistance. And the less resistance will be almost cleaning shop and having a lot of very fast-paced forward movement. I feel if you weren't wanting to talk about subjects and you felt agitated, I feel you're more open to communicate now. And I feel the frustration has been is because you did feel you would have closed certain doors a lot earlier than you felt. You would have achieved certain targets earlier than you felt. And so we can really, through those experiences, directly take it personal and feel as though it's happening to us. It's almost like I feel this smiling energy coming through. And I'm hearing you, you know, it could be this, like you're giggling over a situation and thinking, gosh, you know, the solution was there all along. Or it's like this light bulb moment that you're having. And now that you're recovering and now that maybe you're more rested, you're able to see the hay for the clouds. That's how it's coming through. So you've got change overnight in reverse. And I feel in the heart of it, that's where you're really coming from. And that's why maybe it was a deep struggle. It was like, you know, doors closed, doors not opening, resistance, tension, dramas happening around you, and really wanting to go into hermit mode. But all the while, every time you try to, it was feeling almost like that prosecutor energy, you know. It's like, God, you know, why is this happening? Yes, I do feel you felt circumstances were unfair, but in hindsight 360, this situation is going to benefit you. It's almost like universe is giving you the key to a circumstance. And I feel the key to it is, it's like, it's no tit for tat. It doesn't feel such, but you're observing an old frequency in other people around you. And, you know, you're kind of feeling like, how can you not see that? So there is this frustration in a mirror effect that the prejudice of energies is frustrating you. And I also feel with circumstances that you've been trying to achieve, we have the card, law is not justice in reverse, rules that are not fair. And so I do think something's going to swing in your favor. And I feel if those doors were closed and you've been working really, you know, very, very hard during that circumstance, or you've been really on the fence to do with the circumstance, initially, I feel you might have been trying to appease everyone, and now you're kind of pulling back and going, well, okay, in hindsight, like I said, 360, you can't be everything to everyone. So the healing is almost this overwhelm that you had to step back from the crowd, and now you're ready to actually start that new cycle. And it is through self-love, but it's also through you choosing what is correct for you. Yeah, look, initially I do feel that there was almost, what I'm being shown with cards is you were healing. You were trying and trying and trying and something wasn't working. You were like, why isn't this working? Why haven't I maybe come to terms for something? Now I feel you're being let out the gate, and I feel this November is quite pivotal for all of us. And I'm seeing, again, the 6, it's like you really looking at how these circumstances that you're wanting to shift about in your life, what the benefits are. You know, is it the benefit that you are going to have more rest? Is it that there's going to be more structure? Is it that you're, and I feel for some of you, you're communicating with contracts, especially with law is not justice in reverse. And I feel this is in several areas of life, both love and work. And with love and work, it is about starting a new cycle and how to get the success out of it. I feel if there was a point in your life you didn't know which path to take, and you felt the path you were currently on was really stagnant, and you felt the victim in that circumstance, it's almost like you're popping out of that circumstance now. It's almost like the witch's cauldron, you know. It's like you're sitting in it for an extended point of time. It's getting hot. Something needs to happen. And now that you're having that peace and inner certainty through the tension point, and it's a little bit like a diamond being formed. The pressure and the heat is creating a diamond. So it is going to give you the success out of it, but it's also showing you the light of where you do have power. So I think psychologically what I'm seeing from these two cards, this was in the past position and this is your foundation, is you felt that you were delaying something, and that was due to an element of healing. Now that might have been the way it went, or it may have been what you were doing. I do feel it was through empathy and maybe even personal protection. Some of these choices you did feel they were out of your control. And sometimes it can be we don't want to be the bad guy, bad girl. We don't want to feel attacked for our values and our feelings. Again, it may have been circumstances, again, to do with values and cross wires. Some of you, if you were in a connection, so to speak, there could have been some difficulties and a judgment needed to be made. But I see two paths. It feels like there's two paths. Let's have a look. Okay, what is the second path, please? Alchemy. Ooh. Okay, you have the alchemy. Okay, this can be to do with a person or it could be you. But I'm kind of getting a gist. There's someone that, it's almost like you feel they've, I wouldn't say hex. It feels like there's a lot of chemistry between you and this person. This isn't a romantic situation as well. It's the power to actually generate a strong, stable foundation. But it's also you within your love life, I feel. You within your love life, understanding that it's not a one-sided transaction. It's very much, you know, it takes two to tango, so to speak. So I feel at a point you were maybe owning both parties' sides of the fence of, you know, maybe the injustice, and you actually feeling that was your pie you had to live in, so to speak. But something is shifting here, and I do feel it's really heart-centered, but it's like less resistance. It's what's going to work better. How can I deal with this circumstance? How can I shift this situation about? Yeah, it's almost like feeling like all that beauty was in the past. And I do feel from the healing, I'm seeing the Trinity energy here. It was almost feeling as though, you know, could you make it a success? And that was the fear associated with it, also from a social responsibility standpoint. I do see some of these choices that you felt were out of your control were more to do with potentially the consequence for an action sort of situation. But I don't see that being a permanency anymore. I do feel it's almost like I'm seeing a list, and this list is being addressed, implemented, I'm hearing, implemented very quickly. And I feel if you hadn't been talking to certain people, it was almost like you had to assess what that new dream was, how the dream could come about, if it was a dream of the past, how to bring it about, how to heal the heart. And again, I feel this is a bit of a pattern. It might be due to the fact we have Aries and Chiron retrograde. And I do see in the month of November, this is where you're going to have the clarity and you're going to feel a little bit more optimistic than what you were previously. Okay, what's at the heart of this? Peace pipe. Okay, this is communication coming in. This is you feeling you can assertively communicate your truth. I do feel you're tackling things. I feel you have found and will find the direction forward. And also through closure brings new cycles and new beginnings. And I do feel you're already ready for this. In the first 2 weeks, really, of November, I do feel you're communicating with an individual, relating to a position you're in, and also what you intend to do about it. If you do want to come through and see how this pans out for both the contract and a romantic partner, come through. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. The link for the Members Hub is directly below. We also do have additional videos coming. Galaxy Pub is launching early 2022. Anything spiritual, the subjects covered on that channel. Very separately, we have the Age of Aquarius. Now, you can go onto the website. The VIP list is there. And when it's ready to launch, I will give you those updates. Bookings online and webinars as well. Live every Friday at 10 a.m. on the main platform. And 3 sessions a month at $11 in the Twin Flame Hub. Do keep an eye on the community tab because I am automating posts and giving you updates for the moon energies by zodiac sign. Love and light. I will see you throughout the week, both live and for your zodiacs. Take very good care, and I'll see you on the other side.